So, last time you guys really dived into the remaining visions of the demon lords that have been currently messing around with the Underdark. You learned all had appeared in various locations and have begun doing certain things, not including the ones that you had already met. However, the one that kind of stood out to you guys as the most interesting and odd was Loth, who was the only one to recognize that they were being spied upon. And kind of now with this greater vision of the dangers that are within the Underdark, you began researching how to get rid of them or perhaps go about doing this. And so you looked deeper into them through the library, and we talked about this off screen because, folks, it took a while. And you learned that there are a number of rivalries amongst these demon lords and what they have been best kind of known for and dealing with, and perhaps some of the nicknames that clue you in onto their capabilities. And armed with that, there was discussion of trying to use these this hatred amongst one another, this competition, especially amongst the kind of big three, Grozit, Orcus, and Demogorgon, to use them against each other. And so you have begun thinking about perhaps reusing in some kind of form the ritual that Gromph Benri, I believe it is said, the archmage of Menzoberranzen, used to summon them all together again. Now, we've had a little bit of time to think about this. Has anything changed amongst the parties since all of this has come to light about actions or thoughts on what the party's going to be doing?
No, I think our plans are tight. I think we got this.
It's fucking tight. Okay.
Unfuckwittable.
I love a plan like that. Absolutely. Because nothing ever goes wrong with that.
Never.
Never.
Couldn't be us.
No. So, okay, you now are in this obelisk room. You have seen the visions it could feed you. You've learned what you could about the demon lords here. What's the next step here?
I think for Seuss, who is, as always, a fan of information in general and tactical information specifically, I would love to speak to I believe it's Visserion, the cool drow mage, unlike Gromph, the uncool drow mage. I think he knows stuff that could be impactful. If not, he could also be an important or powerful ally as well.
Okay. All right. Any objections from the party?
No, that's exactly what I wanted to do.
Okay. So you leave this room and head back out into the shifting corridors, staircases, and rooms of Graven Hollow, and eventually find yourselves in a small cloister in which you find Visserion hunched over a small desk with a series of tablets and crystals in front of him, and you don't see that large creature that had been with him before, but you see him bent over by candlelight studying these different tablets. What do you guys do as you enter?
A quick question, Will, just to refresh the memory. Is he actually here, or is there a shade of him here?
He is actually there, compared to all the shades that you'd seen of like Grozit and Elminster. He is physically there.
Hello. I believe you introduced yourself as Visserion before. Am I correct, good sir?
Yes.
Do you have a moment for conversation and potential parley?
I suppose I could spare a few moments.
Great. Well, we were wondering, well, quite a many things. There's some very interesting information here in the library, but, you want to perhaps tell us what you're doing here?
I believe I made my intentions clear. I sought to find confirmation on what I suspected of my old rival. Something about the demon lords of a certain number being summoned here.
Would that be
Do you
Gromf?
possess new? Yes.
We are not huge fans of his, to be honest. But we oppose, have been opposing, I should say, the outcome, as it were, of his ill-cast summoning. And we are creating a plan of action to combat it directly, and we're wondering if, A, you would be interested in aiding us, and B, if you could lend any additional context as to what the wizard Gromf was attempting.
Well, perhaps tell me what you found, and I will reveal to you what I can piece together from my own learnings. And we don't have to have you recall everything that you've done here, but I imagine you guys tell them what you're willing to talk about.
Yeah, the only thing, just I feel like Seuss would look back at Scylla and Sephel, just recalling his exuberance to talk with who turned out to be Grazit. That I'm not once again overstepping conversational norms.
No, Sephel will give you a nod at this look. He's sort of watching Visserion like very intently, like we don't know the full intentions of this individual, but right now there is mutual benefit to this conversation.
Cool. Now that Seuss will tell him like all the relevant things that we've learned here about like which demon lords are out and about, the vision we had from Gromf, and as he does, like as he ends, he will like cough up a little spider web from his compunctual eating earlier this day.
Okay. He kind of nods and looks away. His left hand kind of clenches into a fist. He does the Arthur fist. He's like, that fool is responsible for the demon lords being brought down upon us, and his queen pulling his strings all the while. He's clearly given Loth free rein in the abyss, and my own research leads me to believe that Gromf used the Forez to achieve such a summoning, though it seems you've picked that up in your vision. Clearly, the intended results were not found. What an imbecile. Ugh. I can save you months of research, time we clearly don't have. The information I found here has confirmed my theories, and I do in fact know how to banish the demon lords back to the abyss. We can do this only if we work together. If you're willing and daring enough to directly challenge the demon lords, or perhaps foolhardily, is the better word. Does it sound like we could have an accord?
We do have foolhardy and spades.
Cool.
In this, the wizard does speak for me. We are willing to do what is necessary to abjure our home and its citizens.
Very
Agreed.
well. Good. I'm glad I can have all the other ones in the back part of the decision making. And he's like pointing to Nobot and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're trusted allies and sort of employed, so
Kind of a speak when spoken to kind of thing.
Or,
Seems like.
It would also seem that if they do not assist, they will die.
Oh, well, that'll motivate a great many people, so...
It does help.
It's not even a threat, that's just facts.
As far as I know, Mr. Bronte is down to clown.
He is, in fact, down to clown.
Or God will shut him down.
I have witnessed the clowning firsthand.
Very well. Now, perhaps to save us more time, I will not ask you to journey further than this library. However, there are certain things, materials, I will require. I believe your wizard can deduce something of what I speak, a spell, one that can summon them together. If I can trust in you these ingredients, you can bring it to me and we will conduct the ritual together. Sounds equitable?
That sounds more than welcome.
Very well.
What components will you need?
Demons are creatures, as you know, ruled by madness and hatred, even the greatest and most powerful of them. But I have the ability to devise and cast this ritual, but not quite as dangerous, for he did not have the correct components. Therefore, I think if we produce exactly what I have written here, we should be able to have them kill each other. First, I need the intact and unhatched egg of a purple worm as a means of channeling greater physical power. As I said, intact and unhatched. If it's either of those things, it just doesn't work, dearies, and you're gonna have to find another one.
We happen to know an expert of purple worms.
Good for you.
I would not say they are the most hearty of items.
But enthusiasm does make up for much.
Were you speaking of the egg and you speaking about your friend?
Yes.
But
both were accurate.
just making sure for the audience that's not here.
No, we
know what we're talking.
No, we were not aligned at all in our speaking, but we were.
I do see that now. Yes.
No, it might not seem a very hearty item, but the creature that will grow from it is some of the most powerful here in the Underdark. Physically, that is.
Oh, yes. We have written them.
I'm not going to ask how, because I don't care.
Just continue.
I like him.
Second, I will need the
talking about riding Dylon to Pickle? I'm sorry.
No.
I thought you were again. You were like, I like him. Look, you like to ride. Sorry.
I mean,
article number 2. the central eye of a beholder, for they contain the power to break down magical resistance and overcome magical forces. Third, and this is a few items, but it's kind of the same thing, but not, so pay attention. It's similar, but not. Anyways, 6 feathers of 6 different angels. The authority of the celestial realms. Sorry, I had a mini stroke there. I'm old.
I need you to specify, do we need 6 feathers from each of the 6 angels, or 1 feather from 6 angels totaling 6?
Is it 36 feathers?
That's a lot of feathers.
No, it's the latter. 6 feathers
One from each.
Six
Understood.
total. 6 total.
You
One
and I
from
un-
6 different.
You and
We're
I
getting
understand. These
We're
are very
getting there.
particular questions.
Absolutely.
Think of
You
all the
can't
feather
fuck
falls
this
you
up.
could do.
And
That would
do
be an
the-
incredible waste. How dare you? You insolent swine.
Imagine.
You cannot.
fucking
You have,
imagine
you have no
Fucking-
magic in you.
getting back from Elysium and just being like, yeah, first level spell.
Featherfall. I don't feel like walking today. Jump Featherfall.
Yeah, you get to the ritual. You're like, all right, here's everything. Visserion's like, can I have the angel feathers? And
Oh, yeah,
Sephel's
I'll be right
just
down.
like, oh, I don't have those.
Oh, there was like a 30-foot drop and I
Yeah.
panicked.
Yeah.
I did use
Cast
my
it 6
reaction.
times. I didn't have any other feathers. My material components were gone.
Somewhere a minor deity just clutches its chest for a moment. Why?
You show back up to wherever these angels are, and they're like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah.
All right.
I do have a follow-up question.
Mm.
Does the eye and the feathers also need to be intact and intact?
Were you gonna say unhatched?
I was. And then I realized what I was about to say.
You just unplugged your mic,
you
dude.
unplugged your mic.
We know precious little about the reproduction rates of angels. Perhaps feathers are integral in the process.
It's just a symbol and a part of them that reinforces that they enrage fiendish creatures and are the authorities in the celestial realm. We'll need that. Next, but yes, to answer your question, yes, I would like the eye to be whole and the feathers to be whole. It can't just be the tip of a feather. I need one whole ass feather. Get it?
Understood.
Sorry,
Good.
you added more language in there. Do they have to be ass feathers?
Whole ass feathers.
I believe they're referred to as tail feathers, Sephel.
Yes.
No,
yes,
those-
is the answer to
those-
that. I need the whole, for research purposes, I need the whole ass and the single feather of 6 different angels.
I need the one protruding from the sphincter.
If you see Michael, give me that ass.
Oh my god.
Shape.
All right. Indeed. The 4th, the heart of a Goristo.
Goristro.
Goristro, not a bistro, a Goristo. You know, the worst horned cow. The
Yeah, whatever.
demon- Yes,
I hear they're all over the place.
good. Next, I need 13 tin masks. You know, those mushrooms known as the devil's mushroom. But, listen, they must be sprouted from the footprint of a Mar-Ilith, a Baylor, or a Goristro, which, since I need the heart of one, you should have no trouble with that.
Yeah, we could just follow that guy.
Yes. Next, and perhaps the second most difficult of these items, I require a few drops of blood or ichor from a demon lord. Does not matter which, but I need their blood. And lastly, if at all possible, I need Gromf Bonry's grimoires and notes on the ritual. It shall assist me in better understanding the power that he used to summon the demon lords. If it's not possible, it might take us longer unless we can gather more magically inclined minds. But these are the items I require.
Well, to that point, do you currently have a working base of operations?
I do have my tower.
We have a city.
Well, good for fucking you! I hate people! Fuck off! I'm not joining your city! Stop it!
Hold on.
But
Calm your majorly titties.
Sorry, the mage hand gets out of control.
Just tweaking. Sorry.
Oh my.
There are other powerful magi there, one in particular, who might be able to help in that research as well. I'm not suggesting you move. I'm suggesting you come and collaborate.
If it should call for that, I will consider. Otherwise, no.
Okay, bitch.
You die! How dare you?
Okay.
When you've gathered all the ingredients, you can meet me at my tower, Araj.
And where would that be?
Do you have the spell Sending?
Personally, I believe magic is a weak man's tool, but no, I don't have that.
I do, actually.
You may send word to me when you've collected as much of the ingredients as possible. The only one that's truly not a necessity are Bonri's books. But otherwise, when you have them, contact me and I will give you directions.
Just be easier if you met us at our city.
I have social anxiety. No!
I know, you're a wizard.
Do you understand how hard it is for someone with my magical prowess to walk into a city and not have every poor person just grabbing onto your robes like, please, sir, can you solve my failing kidney? I did it to myself through consumption, but oh, so powerful mage.
My man.
You must clearly help me, for I have nothing. Or then you hear the squabbles of the children. Ah, Mama said I could have this last piece of bread, but look at the wizard. Certainly he can make us
You could just
feast.
multiply.
No, children.
No, it's not that simple, you little bitch. My friend, I have traveled across planes of existence to not share a waterhole with the rabble. I understand.
Zeus is just next to Scylla, and he just looks up.
I think they're like...
Do our friends suck?
I did not know that Sephel could create food and water.
Well, he doesn't eat, so...
It's so useful.
That would solve many problems.
What the fuck, man? It's been months.
Kind of a lot of people, like, not just us, like, really whole civilizations.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
The ethical implications are far-reaching.
Good for you. She has a brain. Anyways. And
Hey,
morals.
Scylla, you have
how
muscles and a
nice.
sword. Why don't you solve every problem of every person that's ever been raided by a goblin?
I am trying.
That is kind of the job, actually. I'm not
Yes,
sure if
that
you
is what I
realize
am doing
this.
now.
We're attempting to banish the demon lords from the Underdark. We're just 3, or I guess 5 guys.
There's a woman here.
If you have... Linguistically speaking, I'm correct!
Now, do you care to learn about any of my inklings and hints for locations?
Yeah,
where
no,
these
that would be
items might
fantastic.
Oh, that's... Oh, so
Yeah,
you're
that
so
would be
helpful!
great.
Yeah, I've finished being an elitist prick. You can tell me where to find the thing.
God,
I will never stop. Anyways,
usually wizards suck, but this guy's great.
I'm just trying to save us time. I, for all my magical power, do not have all the instruments and know how to complete the retrieval of every item. There is a place known as the Worm Writhings, where I believe you will find the worm's egg and perhaps the eye of a beholder. I have heard that a treacherous creature lurks near there as a means of protection from others that might try to steal its secrets. Angel feathers, and perhaps your heart of a demon, could be found in a legendary place known as the Labyrinth. An ancient and unknown area to many, but it does exist. I have confirmed that much. Its core containing a great machine of incredible power.
Mm-hmm.
The grimoires can be found in Menzoberranzen. Good luck getting in there. The Tidmask mushrooms in the blood from a demon lord, I leave up to your resourcefulness. Choose whomever you wish. And that is what I have learned. Gleaned, if you would.
Sorry, so just confirming. Worm Writhing is the name of the place?
Worm Writhings, yep.
Worm Writhings, where we can find the egg and potentially a beholder. The
I
labyrinth
guess you
will
could say
have
Worm Writhings. Sorry.
Sure. No, it makes sense. The labyrinth will have the angel feathers and the heart of the Garistro, in theory.
He said demon heart, but yeah, that's the one heart you need. He thinks so. And he kind of explains to you, he's like, they're very similar to minotaurs. A labyrinth is kind of a almost perfect natural environment for those creatures. So that's probably your most direct and best bet. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I kind of think we can check off... If we play our card right, we could check off 4 boxes just in the labyrinth. We could get the feathers, the heart of the Garistro. The mushrooms might sprout from the footprints of the Garistro. And we do know that a certain demon lord is prowling around the labyrinth. So if we are unfortunate enough to run into, was it the Lord of Beasts?
Baphomet.
We might be able to steal some of his blood.
Yeah, I think that's the smartest one.
I see nothing wrong with this problem.
Good.
Just one question for you, Visserion, and by one I mean possibly several, depending on what you say to the first one.
Very well.
What's a Garistro?
Well, let me explain it like this. And then he goes on, let me pull up, I think I have an image here of them, actually.
Paint me
I
a
thought you said
word
horned
picture.
cow.
Yeah, is this the 4-armed, 2 our fists, 2 our claws, like, bipedal bull creature?
I don't think they have 4 arms, but no, that's not them. Hang on a sec here.
He just kind of looks like a minotaur.
Yeah, he's pretty much just a larger sized minotaur.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look up the image, you can see here, because I don't know why I can't find it. I know it's amongst my, like, little icons here. That's just really weird. It is the thing that killed Starcaller's party.
Oh.
Man, we forgot about that.
The plural is Garistroy.
I didn't forget.
You're dead.
You thought death would kill me. How foolish of you.
You fought wrong. Yeah. So that's what he explains to you is it's essentially a larger more brutal minotaur that is more demonic in its nature.
Like, are they hard to kill, or like surprisingly easy to kill?
What happened to your intelligence?
Oh shit! Sorry, I forgot about it for a moment.
Very tough.
Sussaro crushes his can of Diet Coke, turns his head, tosses it back. The sugar's getting to me.
He tilts, bangs his ear. There's like cobwebs and dirt that got stuck in there while he was Roombaing.
Sorry, it seems that I let Andrew take the controls instead of me. Sussaro.
I thought I told you to never go full Andrew.
A Garistro will be a worthy adversary for us to face. Some of you may die, but that's the risk I'm willing to take.
So am I. I like this one. I like this one. This is a good outlook. I like this. Very well. Unless you have other questions, go away.
Do you need anything?
I need those ingredients. That's what I need.
No. Asked and answered. All right.
Good. Goodbye. I don't have a door to
Visserion.
shut, so please leave.
Please leave.
Very well.
Please leave.
Toodaloo.
You leave Visserion, who goes back to his slates, his tablets, his crystals, and continues to kind of pore over some things. What now?
Well, I guess we don't need anything further from the library, necessarily.
Do we know how to get to the labyrinth, though? Maybe we can look for information on that here.
I would say, like, bare minimum.
Will's gonna lose his
I know,
shit.
he wants to get the fuck out of this.
No. I love how Andrew keeps forgetting he has the Captain Jack Sparrow compass.
Oh shit!
I was literally about to say that.
Oh my god,
Don't
yeah.
we have a compass?
You can literally just be like, yo, the labyrinth.
Oh yeah!
You kind of have the cheat code for everything that we need. You can get us to the labyrinth and then just be like, where's the Garistro?
Oh, sick.
In 300 years, I never thought of using it like that. I could have saved so much time.
Oh no. It's the terribly rare and deadly late onset Alzheimer's.
When you're 300 years old, you won't look this good. Alright. Are we taking the worm or what?
Sure. Are we trying to find the labyrinth first, or since we have worms available to us, trying to find the writhing?
I don't know.
Somebody fucking answer.
What do you want to kill first, a beholder or Garistro?
Well, here's the way I see it. There's only 2 victories that need to be had at the writhing, and if we can survive that, then we're net gain. If we fuck up in the labyrinth, we lose it all.
Nah, fair enough.
We lose regardless, but at least we can maybe have a win.
I just want to feel good about one thing before I die.
I just want to die knowing that I did one thing right.
Let's hold on to one fucking egg for this campaign.
Oh my god. That tells me that we have to get the egg last.
Oh yeah, that's actually
just my
Good point.
hot potato. Fuck, I can't
The
hold
longer
it.
we have that egg, the more likely it's gonna not be intact.
Well, if
is
we
that
put
a
it-
purple worm egg? Give it to me.
We put it in the bag of holding. It's fine.
Said every egg we've ever had.
Yeah, and they never broke. They were just stolen and or bargained for.
Well, what is the fragility of a purple worm egg versus a dragon egg? Because the dragon egg was actually very hearty.
Make a nature check.
I will help Sephel.
Dirty 20.
I'm helping you.
11.
Okay.
Dirty
to
20.
To you, Scylla, all eggs are incredibly fragile.
No, this
You
makes
have the
perfect
strength
sense.
of a god, so you know you're
Yeah.
just you look at the walls around you, and you're like, I could kill
Fragile.
that.
Everything's an egg.
Fragile.
All things egg.
Everything
things
is
egg.
an egg.
Sussaro, the flimsiest egg, and then Sephel is the broken egg. Yeah, getting deep. Anyways, with a dirty 20, you know that they're pretty tough. The other thing you would know is that purple worms can be very protective, and for
They would hunt
purple
us
worm
down.
to nest down also means you wouldn't have the protection of the Ferez to keep them away should they be near and go, oh shit, my baby's being stolen. So there's that. You know how to ride them. You haven't killed one. But also you're now demigods with a staff and a belt. So, you know.
So what we need to do is we need to tell Bronte to run into the middle of the nest and just quadruple dash through.
Put the cloak on him.
Haste me, wizard. Let me run.
You know what's hysterical? I don't have haste.
You are worthless, goss.
We need a new wizard. Visserion, you're coming with.
Listen, there are so many goddamn spells.
There's at least
You
4.
got Featherfall, though?
No.
What? It's
Gotta
like
get
one of
angel.
your main spells.
You better pluck a few more angel feathers, just saying, you know.
No, I do in fact have Featherfall.
All right. Well, that settles it. To the labyrinth.
Okay.
What? Purple worms are an endangered species.
Can everybody, as you start moving through, heading to the exit that will inexplicably be shown to you in time? I like how Sam's holding up her die because she's ready. Can all of you make me a survival check?
You bet you sweet booty that's an 18.
Woo! Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Anybody else?
6.
Oh,
See?
shit.
See?
Oh,
Gotcha.
shit.
And that's why we have a Sam.
Let's go.
Scylla, you're like, hell yeah, we're gonna go kick some fucking ass right now. And you start marching, you're like strapping on your stuff a little bit tighter, getting ready. You look back up, and you're at the doors to Graven Hollow, but no one else is there except for Nobon and Bronte. Sephel, you got a 6?
Yeah.
And then Andrew, you got an 8?
A mighty 8. Yes, much
Mighty
higher
8.
than a 6.
Okay, Sam, complete the thought before I go into what happens with them.
Well, no, I was just gonna say, like, Zeus and Sephel are gone.
Oh no. They're
Shucks.
Oh,
Can't
I
believe
guess
this
we'll have to
happens.
go on without them.
Yep.
We're probably like walking through the hallway bickering about who knows how to like extract monster parts better than the other.
You
That's
have
exactly
no
what's
practical
happening.
experience in this area.
You
I have
are...
been trained in the highest of universities.
But where's your practicum? Your practicum, sir!
It's just Scylla and Nobu and Bronte going to the door.
You keep
and-
calling him Nobu.
His name is Nobu!
Okay, his name is Nobu now. Hey, audience, it's Nobu now. Okay.
It was
Nobu.
Will.
It's my pet name for him.
It was
Okay.
always
He's my
Nobu.
I'm sorry, I'm wrong. It was
You,
always
you
Nobu.
introduced him incorrectly.
I did. You know what? I read my writing wrong. It's Nobu.
You
Yeah.
just gaslit the DM so hard.
That slut.
Yep.
Gate
It's gonna make everything
girl boss, Brendan Proal.
It's gonna make
I'm so
everything
sorry.
much sweeter. What's coming? Anyways.
I think
Hurt me,
the three of
Daddy.
us turn around and we're like, "Oh no!"
Oh, beans. You guys are bickering like that as you're going down the halls. You don't remember how you started that conversation, but eventually you guys like go to turn and have it out with each other, and you realize that you're both alone. Sephel, you think that you currently are like, you look around you and you see the same scene that you first saw of the library when you came in, which was like this large chasm looking down this long central walkway, the main doors, and you see a couple Galebdurs moving about and kind of seeing the scene. They are talking to other shades of folks that are visiting there in different timelines, but you do see the entrance, and you see Scylla, Nobu, and Bronte all standing there, kind of looking about confused. Sussaro, you find yourself in very deep, old stacks, essentially, of these tablets and obelisks, and you can tell that the stone seems older, and it's very dark down here. But as you're kind of turning your corners and trying to move about, you eventually see a glow in the gloom. And I'm picture here like large, almost unending tall bookshelves that are filled with crystal balls and little plinths and obelisks and all sorts of different shaped tablets of various makes, and just this gloom that stretches forward till you see what looks like a single candlelight in the distance. What do you do?
Right, it couldn't hurt to investigate. Susan will make his way over there and take a look.
Make a perception check for me.
Wow. 14.
As you're looking at this glow, as you approach, you see what looks like almost an ill-placed desk, similar to what Visserion was using, but this one seems to be made out of old, rotted zirkwood instead of kind of a stone one that Visserion had been at. And you see some tablets there, you see a crystal ball or two held on a stand, and a stool pushed very far away from it, like abnormally. But no figure there, but it looks like someone has been here and reading whatever on these tablets. What do you do?
Hello? Hello? And he'll go up and like try to take a look at what's on the tablets that are out on the desk.
Okay. You start to move in past these last few doubled stacks to get closer to this desk, calling out, when you just feel this overwhelming sense of unease, kind of like a chill runs down your spine, and this almost like blanket of cold seems to kind of drape over you. And you feel like someone's looking at you. What do you do?
I feel like Seuss doesn't like being at, but appears to be to him a distinct tactical disadvantage. But he's gonna try to like put his back against one of the stacks, and call out again. I cannot see you, but I know that you are there. Show yourself.
you feel that you can almost feel this presence of this individual or creature almost moving about the room. And it's not because you have this incredible... I mean, do you have an incredible passive perception?
I do not. No, 15. Not bad, not great.
It's an odd combination of, while you might not be a magically inclined person yourself, you've understand and you've studied the feel of magic and the arcane and its influences upon the world. And it's almost through that understanding that this cold, this shifting presence seems to almost be of an odd magic that you haven't felt before. It's almost inexplicable, and it's like you can see the shadow amongst the shadows moving between the stacks. And
I reach into my pack and I
go
pull
ahead.
out the wand of magic detection, and I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Oh, I love this so much. You use the wand. It works just like the spell Detect Magic, which I believe shows you like a visual aura, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and a faint aura around anything, in like any object that bears magic.
And you know the school of magic, I believe.
Okay. Your mind becomes almost entirely overwhelmed with what magic seems to be coming from this one presence. Like, it's just everything. It's always shifting. There's always something there, and it's like a pressure headache starts to build in your head. And above you, you can see this light, this aura, and this coldness now begin to kind of shine from above you. And before, like, you can see, like, it's like someone turned on a dim blue light or white light above you, and you can see it kind of shining down on top of you and all the stacks here. But before you have the chance to look up, this voice says to you, "Don't look up unless you care to lose everything you hold in that head of yours. I don't mean you harm. It's just a simple fact." What does Sussaro do with that?
I feel like there's like that momentary, like almost like flinch of his eyes as like he like wants to look up, but then like thinks better. Like, I've seen some messed up stuff here, and I was not prepared for it. This is not a particular envelope he wants to push. Who do I have the pleasure of addressing?
I think for the sake of your mind, it's best we don't use my name. I've been called, however, by some as the unfathomable.
Very well, Mr. Unfathomable. I suppose it is my good luck to have met you here. Is there
Luck indeed.
anything that I might do to aid you in whatever errand you are on?
Oh, I do believe your current mission will do just fine. By my aims. In fact, is there anything I can do for you?
Oh, you have a rooting interest in our little endeavor?
You say that and you see that light begin to fade as you can feel that presence kind of move up. And then it's almost like, picture if we were watching this from a movie's perspective. We just zoom in on one of Sussaro's eyes and we can see the stack behind him. And then the space behind what would traditionally be the books, we just see a shadow kind of appear and goes, I know many secrets and words and things unknown. I could tell you much, but what could your mind take hold of with what I know? I suppose that remains to be seen if you want anything from me. I am always willing to share, but I do like to have something in return.
Of course. Of course. One good turn always deserves another. And is it not also true that not all truths were meant for mortal kind? But I would not call myself so unambitious as to look away from opportunity.
Oh, you do. You would do well with me. We could perhaps speak more on that kind of an acquaintance after your journey is completed. But yes, not all things can be comprehended by the mortal mind. Something we could fix. Should you care to join me someday?
Well, you do have my interest.
And you feel that presence begin to shift again. Are you prepared to glimpse into some madness for the price of what you would care to know? Or perhaps something you would like to have?
Interesting. There is a fair few items I am currently seeking to procure. But would it be within your kin to grant something such as the blood of the Lord of the Abyss?
Not without substantial cost. How much are you willing? And you can feel this excitement in this voice. How much are you willing to part with?
I once was a gnome of great ambition. I served my city and my family well. I now have neither, and I live in the service of the Underdark. I would take what knowledge you have, and I would make use of it. And I am willing to risk most heartily in it.
Then in that case, may I take my prize in exchange for this great gift and boon I could give you?
Well, I tell you, when I treat with those with a wider perspective than I welcome their gifts, and I accept their price.
We gonna take a pause here, because this could get wild right now. let me ask you this, Andrew. Do you want a vial of Demon Lord blood as your prize? Or would you like to be gifted the potentiality of a boon or epic boon? It's going to be pricey either way. You just might not know the price yet.
Oh, fuck.
I will say, it would be pretty interesting if Seuss comes out of the library like, look, I got a vial of blood!
He's like, yo, I found this.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just sitting there, man.
Guys, I gotcha.
We're done.
I am not here to sway your decision. You do whatever the fuck you're gonna do. That is probably the hardest item on that list to get, aside from the notes. But those aren't necessary.
Yeah, but baby, if you got a boon, we're good.
Yeah. No, I have no idea what the boons would be, so I have no argument.
That boon, though.
Got no argument either way.
Yeah.
Do you, boo boo? Get your yogurt.
I know.
Get that GoGurt.
Get it in you.
I saw it pop up and I was like, I cannot look at that right now.
Yeah, I know, same. I'll just give
No,
them
it's fantastic. The best part was like just the image, like when I get like a pop up, it's just the image title, and the image title is just like GoGurt, like.
What is the title?
It's something fucked up.
Is it GoGurt Bukkake?
Okay, it's the title is Blowjob Head Suck Yogurt.
Sam, what did you look up?
Look, man, I'm not in the scene. I'm on the internet, man. It's just...
Yeah, you're on a list now.
I'm just on the internet, man.
Oh, shit.
That's
that
incredible.
was my bad.
Okay, no, that's fantastic.
Wow.
No, all right. In future, we have to give access to random bullshit. We do. I think, though, I've been. Man, these boons are pretty cool. No.
It might not even be a boon on this list.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Some wild shit.
Andrew, we know what you want to do. Just do it.
Give me that fucking boon, you bad boy.
Let's
Give
go!
All right. So this will be when we come back into it. We see this kind of silent nod from Sussaro, and that glow from up above as you kept your eyes fixed right in front of you begins to appear. And then you feel this urge to look up, and that voice says to you, "Look, child, let me see your eyes." And Sussaro turns their head up slowly, and we see
Dad in
crawling...
a bathrobe.
No!
You're so fucked up.
Flash! Yeah! No,
Sorry.
you crawling down this bookcase with its very large, thin hands. You see this almost Dementor-esque like figure. Hood flowing back beyond it, kind of shadowing this face, but you can see glowing. What gives off this aura is this ever-shifting miasma of starlight and energy and what looks like spells, and then this face begins to appear in this hood, and it's a humanoid skull with very long canines. Its regular eyes are empty sockets, but there in the middle sits a like perpendicular eye, a third eye that is filled with this galaxy filled iris and slit-like pupil, and it just begins to glow as these very large hands gently cup your face, your eyes, your whole, like, just getting shined down like a UFO. This large face comes close and goes, "Drink deep of the unknowable." And you all level up, and we'll see you guys next time.
Oh, God. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the end of the episode. 2 quick announcements for you. You've already heard us say it 100 times. We have a Discord. What are you waiting for? Get in here. We have so many amazing like-minded DMs in there. A lot of players as well. People new to D&D. Some people have been in there a long time. And everyone's just having a nice time sharing tips, tricks, talking about one-shots, talking about Curse of Strahd, talking about Out of the Abyss, all the things. So definitely think about joining us. You can find the link to join our Discord at linktree.com/themadnesstable. You can also find our other social media links there, including our TikTok. And boy howdy, Andrew Walker has been killing it on TikTok, posting the most random mad memes you had ever seen. So definitely consider following us there as well. Lastly, if you've made it this far, consider leaving us a 5-star review in whatever podcatcher you're currently listening. 5-star reviews are instrumental in pushing us up the charts and getting us in new listeners, which is really what we're looking for to get the name out there. So consider doing that for us. We would be forever in your debt. But that's all for now. And we will see you in the next episode when...